Hi, I'm Mike, and you're watching Spiritual Combat. And the title of today's show is Feminized Society. And today, what I'm talking about is just, a bunch of things, some videos I watched this weekend, people teaching on relationships and stuff like that. And these people are giving out information that is just so totally opposite to the Bible. And it's like they're missing stuff that's right there in the Bible. It's very obvious, but they've been trained subliminally, I guess, through Christianity to kind of overlook certain things in the Bible and not really take it into consideration, and just kind of read over things and not look at the significance of them. And I was raised in Christianity, so I know what I'm talking about with this. And yeah, Satan has just taken men in this society and just completely twisted things perfectly upside down in their understanding. And one of the things he's done, and you look at it with a lot of the, particularly with our people, with a lot of the religions our people pick up, you see with all the religions our people pick up, they always put the woman as God. And you see that with a lot of religions. If you look in Hinduism, they got a lot of Shiva and a lot of female gods. You look at, particularly our religion, like the Kemet religion, the black woman's God. You look at the, what's another one? Islam, I think they call the woman queen, and I'm talking about the Nation of Islam. Christianity, you already know the deal with that. And then it's like, and the thing is, I was just thinking on my way here to work, you see it in the Bible too. You see examples of people getting caught up in their emotions and putting women first and stuff getting destroyed. You see examples of feminized men like Ahab, just soft, letting his woman run the show, and, he's sitting there crying to her, and then she's so shysty, she goes and kills the guy out. But one story I was thinking of in particular, just Samson, controlled by his emotions, gave his power away, and look what happened to him. Okay? And his parents warned him, hey, don't go messing with those women, this, that, and the other. And he went and, he was messing with those other women. But it's Satan behind this thing, because he wants the woman to be worshipped as God, in the place of God. Look at Catholicism. When you really begin to dig into Catholicism, it's the worship of who? Mary. And then you follow that back into the Babylonian pagan religions that it really is, and you see what it's all about. And, one story I think of, like, think about it. They would have, a lot of these Christians running around today would have called David evil, because, like when he came into the city, he was dancing, and then Saul's daughter, his wife, was like, was saying, oh, look how you embarrass yourself out there dancing, this, that, and the other. And he could see her heart, how, it was against him, and he never messed with her again. He never slept with her again. It says she never had children. Okay? And they, these soft feminized dudes in this feminized society where women are put on a pedestal, they would have said today, well, brother, you gotta have some love and forgiveness in your heart, brother. It's like, you just can't be like that to her. You need to give your power away to her, even though, she's against you in her heart and all that stuff like that. That's how this society is. And it's like, it's like the worst thing you can the worst thing you can do in this society, bar none, like literally, there's nothing worse you could do to a woman almost than call her a bitch. Like, that's the worst thing in this society you could do. But in the Bible, it says a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. Okay? Jesus called a woman a dog, you know? So it's like, but the reality is one of the worst things you could do in this society, where the Bible speaks about a whole bunch of times in the Word, one of the worst things you could do is have a man subjugated to a woman. Because there's specific verses all through the Bible saying, hey, God, the head of the man is a woman, the head of woman is the man, the head of man is Christ, and the head of Christ is God. It's like clear, plain, and simple. And then there's 20 scriptures clearly backing that up. And then you go to into the Apocrypha, Ecclesiasticus, you find a whole chapter backing it up aggressively. You know what I'm saying? Clearly backing it up. But you go out in this society and the actions of what's taught and what's subliminally taught in these churches and in society is the exact opposite of that. Okay, so people need to be aware of how upside down everything is and the ramifications of buying into that narrative of how this society categorizes, male-female relationships and all that. The ramifications of that is that this high divorce rate, these women who are just unsatisfied and, we could ask around, and these women are just like, when you question a woman about this stuff and like ask a real woman, a woman who's aligned with these biblical principles. Like, I'm going to get my wife on here because she's aligned with biblical principles. And I can interview her and ask her, hey, what type of man is a turnoff to me? Or, I'm sorry, to you. You know what I'm saying? What type of man would you not even want to, would make you, like, it's creepy to you? And she would tell you, these soft, feminized dudes who don't lead, who aren't truly in line with these biblical principles. And almost all women know this instinctually, just not on a conscious level, but they're sensitive. Like I said in another video, women are sensitive and they can pick up on softness or on, if a woman is truly in tune with her femininity and she's biblically aligned and everything like that, she can pick up on a real man versus a fake man. Now, these women who are just out here to get what they can, which it's a ton of them because they buy, that's the brainwashing out here. So the women that are like that, yeah, they look for feminized men because they know they could get a ton off them. They could take advantage of them. Okay. They run from, true masculine men who gonna, deal with them in a true biblical masculine leadership way. They run from that. Okay. And it's just a healthy way to be because you're going to protect yourself as a man when you deal with women in a true biblical masculine way. Same thing for women. You're going to protect yourself from men who are soft in their emotions, who they just want you for sex, or they just want you for emotional nurturing, who are out to get in a relationship with you for unhealthy reasons. Okay, you're going to protect yourself from that when you get truly biblically aligned. And in doing that, you just got to kind of pull the Christian feminized stuff away from you. You got to get away from that and just read the Bible for what it is and marinate on what's in there and see it, you know, because you're kind of trained to just kind of read over some of these stories like Samson. They'll have you focus on something else and not the fact that Samson was an emotional dude. He was too emotional, and he gave his power away to a woman. And it talks about in Proverbs 31 where King Lemuel's mother says, "Give not your power away to woman." Okay, the story that I was just talking about with King David when he's bringing the ark back in, and you know, he could see the woman's heart was against him and everything like that. Same thing there. You're just trying to kind of read over that. But, you know, in this society, if a man did something like that, oh, he'd be on an Oprah show getting, you know, crucified. You know what I'm saying? So it's beginning to look at stories in the Bible and situations in the Bible from that perspective. And, you know, not looking at them from this soft, feminized, Christian, Greco-Roman perspective where, you know, or from this society's narrative where you're putting women on the pedestal. And on the surface, it sounds good. You know what I'm saying? Like when you say, "Hey girl, yeah, I drink your bath water, and, you know, I lick your toes clean, and I'll get you flowers every day and hug you and love you." Like, that sounds good on the surface, but it's creepy when you put it into action. Like, it's a turnoff to them. And that's what I'm here for. That's what I teach on, trying to drill that home, that women want leaders. Women need leaders. The reason why half of women have been raped or molested by the time they turn 20 is because there's a lot of soft, feminized, emotionally led men who don't have control over their sex drive and over these emotions of lust. And they get into relationships, they cheat on the women, they molest kids, they're just a mess. And that's what I'm fighting against. You know? So anyway, check out some of my other videos here on Spiritual Combat. You know, subscribe, comment, and I hope this video was informative, and have a nice day.